Hisakaki jumps up from her bed. She saw it again, the dream where she's falling in the sunset. She knows all too well what awaits her at the end, but she's unable to avoid it. No matter how much she prays not to fall, no matter how much she struggles, Komomo always dies in the middle of dusk. A dream of red, a nightmare of the sunset. However, that dream was slightly different from the one she's been having. There have been some changes in her dreams since 3 days ago. Within the red sunset, she saw the first traces of other colors. Something other than the sea of red. They felt green and black. Green for the trees, perhaps. Was the black the earth or the sky, or perhaps it was both? She didn't feel any wind or anything of the sort, but she felt like she was outside. She can't recall it clearly. Maybe it was because her vision was all over the place, that she couldn't tell whether she was falling up or down. However, she was convinced about one thing. That red was definitely the sunset. She died along with the sunset in the dream. She lets out a large sigh again. Her pajamas, clinging onto her with sweat, feel horrible. She wants to take a shower, but the violent throbbing of her heartbeat makes her hesitate. She remains frozen until she calms down. Why have other colors suddenly appeared in her dreams? Think. She feels that there must be a cause. There must be something significant that happened to her to even cause her nightmare to change. She's read before that dreams are connected to reality. Komomo thinks. It might be the key to breaking free from this nightmare. She's sick of having this dream. It would be perfect if she doesn't have to see it again, but if she does, at the very least, she wants to be able to control it. Her headaches are most likely caused by entering the lookout, but the nightmares have made them even worse. So much that she even ended up worrying him and made him do something like that. She buries her face in her blanket after suddenly recalling it. No, she should be thinking about her nightmare, not about that. She lifts her face from the blanket. She places her hands on her burning cheeks, trying to calm herself down. Anyway, she should figure out the reason first. The changes in her dream started 3 days ago. Today is Saturday, so 3 days ago was Wednesday. What happened on Wednesday? The day when Yo had carried Komomo. Recalling all of it, Komomo buries her face in the blanket again. As her thoughts go round in circles, she finally comes to a conclusion. No way. No way. It might have been because of that. 3 days ago, on the way back from the lookout. Surprised by how sudden it was, her thoughts went blank. On the train, she came to her senses, only to realize that her heart was aching. She tried to forget about it, but couldn't. Her face went what? Her face went red just from thinking about it. It may have even had an impact on her dreams. Instead of her head, her chest is aching. Komomo didn't see Yo on Thursday or Friday. Part of the reason was because the SRC didn't have any meetings. However, it was mostly because she didn't know how to face him. She thought about how nice it would be if she could kick Yo's memories clean and then kick her own memories clean. She could have just made him put her down immediately. Just what was she thinking at the time? She wants to believe that it's all a mistake. There's no way she's going to tell Yo that her headache suddenly vanished when he carried her. Even now, as she recalls how she was carried like a princess, her headache went away at the expense of her chest throbbing instead. There are no other explanations. Of course there aren't. She sighs. Her phone is flashing. It seems that she received a message while she was asleep. It's roughly 10 o'clock according to the display on her phone. While it's a weekend, it's still later than when she usually gets up. Komomo opens up and reads the message. The sender was Yo. She was feeling depressed, but it feels like her mood has gotten somewhat better. But she couldn't allow herself to openly admit that. Since today is Saturday, I've promised to help Hisakaki out with the shrine work. That being said, I haven't seen her in 3 days. While it's true that we didn't have SRC meetings, Hisakaki didn't drop by the club room either. Is she angry? Well, I guess it's to be expected since I suddenly carried her like that. Maybe she's even forgotten about today's promise because of that. Even if she does remember, she might not be waiting. I've sent her a message just in case, but I haven't received a reply. That's why I was prepared for no one to welcome me on the shrine grounds. Don't call me that! Just as usual, Hisakaki has already started on scattering the water. The train came later than I thought. But I'm on time, aren't I? That hardly matters. Hisakaki doesn't seem too happy, but she's not angry either. I wasn't expecting her to be on the shrine grounds. Even if she were, I was expecting a flurry of verbal assaults from her. In a way, this feels anticlimactic. Well, I'm glad I didn't get kicked. First off, about the... Gah! You ended up kicking me anyway. No, never mind. Anyway, about the... But I haven't said what I meant by that. My nose really hurts. She's getting flustered over it on her own. Oh, you mean the Princess Carrie? Even though you've already kicked me to the ground. Hey, I wasn't referring to that, you know. I get up while clutching my nose. I'm talking about your nightmare and how you see it a lot. You saw it this morning again, didn't you? Your complexion looks terrible. But it looks a lot better, at least compared to that time. Gah, you're a lot more aggressive than usual today. Well, I'm glad that's able to get you fired up. Could it be mine? But I didn't say that either. Well, as long as you're feeling better. If you were in pain today, I was really going to ask Mare to do it. But she should be fine from what I can tell. Yeah. Mare's scythe only works on nightmares. It won't hurt. Hisakaki puts on a dubious face. I've never told anyone about this, but Mare has cut me once before. At that moment, I didn't feel any pain, though a particular memory of mine disappeared without a trace. Nah, in my case, they were more like recollections. Her name. I'm no longer able to remember those precious memories. At one point, when I lost those memories, I resented Mare for doing it. But I think it's different in your case. You'd be happier with them gone, right? Want to ask Mare? Does Hisakaki believe me? Even if she doesn't, Hisakaki should be able to come to a decision. She can try it while half in doubt. If her nightmares disappear, that would be even better. Though there might be a chance that her memories will disappear, just as mine did. I guess I'll ask Mare about it when the time comes. You'll have to ask Mare for the details. But Mare is a Grim Reaper who reaps nightmares. After hesitating a bit, she turns away. Don't force yourself. Stop pretending to be tough.
強がってない。
There's nothing wrong with relying on others a little, you know.
頼りたくないから。
The next time I see you in pain, I'm going to bring you to a mare whether you like it or not.
そんなことしたら蹴るからね。
I'll carry you like a princess before you get a chance to kick me.
やったら蹴るからね。
But you're already kicking me. My nose is going to break any minute now.
この話はもう終わり。早く水汲んできてよ。
I know already, so don't splash me with water. I turn towards the tap whilst feeling worn out.
小笠坂さん、こんにちは。
Kosom is here, though I don't know when she arrived.
姉さんと騒いでいる声が聞こえたので、つい覗きに来てしまいました。
Please put a leash on her, she's out of control.
私が乗りこなすには荷が重そうです。
But if you can't manage her, no one can.
そんなことはありませんよ。
Oh right, there's Mayaka-san too.
いいえ、小笠坂さんです。
You can tell just by looking, can't you? I can barely keep up with her.
相手は喜び勇んで暴れているだけですよ。
It looks exactly the opposite to me.
私にはわかるんですよ。
Because you're twins?
はい。
After saying that with a smile, Kosame heads over to where Hisakaki is. I turn on the tap with a sigh.
どうぞ、麦茶ですよ。
Thanks. As usual, after the work was finished, the two let me enter their house. Wait, this tea is hot.
もう秋ですからね。そろそろ木枯らしが辛い季節です。
There's still a while before the winds hit the city.
涼しくなってきたし、打ち水もそろそろ終わりにしていいかもね。そうなったら掃除だけになりますね。今後は落ち葉を集めるだけでも大変になるし。
We could roast sweet potatoes.
いいですね。秋が深まったら買っておきます。ま、何はともあれ、お疲れ様ということで。
The three of us sip on our hot barley tea. By the way, I've got a message for you.
何？
It's about the Tenkuru's meteorite exhibition.
それをひばり祭の出し物にするのよね。私たち、おととい、昨日と学校の図書室で隕石について調べたんですよ。そう、ちゃんと活動してるのね。
And we're going to assemble our information on Sunday, so we're considering having activities tomorrow.
いいんじゃないの？
And Hisakaki, you're coming too.
なんでよ。
Because we are fellow members of the Tenkuru.
私の都合も考えてよ。
Do you have something going on tomorrow?
あるわよ。
Why did you say that when you were clearly about to say no?
本当にあるのよ。
Like what?
境内の掃除。
We just did that today, didn't we?
落ち葉で汚れやすいのよ。
The leaves won't start falling for a while.
とにかく、私は忙しいのよ。
Is your shift on tomorrow?
そうよ。違いますよ。口裏くらい合わせてよ。でも、私の当番ですから。じゃあ、手伝ってあげる。ありがとうございます。
Kosame-san, you'll be joining us tomorrow, right?
はい。掃除くらい短時間で終わりますから。
So Hisakaki can come too once you're finished.
姉さんも連れてきますね。明日は一日がかりで石畳にワックスでもかけましょうか。
How is that possible?
姉さん、ご一緒しませんか？小雨、当番は代わってあげる。一人で行ってきたらいいじゃない。
Kosame's eyebrows droop down. Hisakaki, weren't you supervising us? You won't know what happens if you don't participate, right?
天体観測の活動で屋上使うならいざ知らず。ただの調べ物なんだから問題ないでしょ？
But you won't know for sure unless you come, right?
小笠坂くんが一緒なら大丈夫でしょ？
I might be the one who starts causing trouble, you know.
できるものならどうぞ。そっちも生徒会役員の一員ってことを忘れないように。
Okay then, I'll make sure to forget.
そうしたら、あなたを推薦した私が他の役員から責められるだけね。小笠坂くんは無責任な人じゃないって知ってるから。
You might be wrong.
だとしたら、私に人を見る目がなかっただけの話ね。
She's not giving in.
軍配は姉さんに上がってしまったようですね。
You're seriously not coming?
くどい。
Have I no choice but to raise the white flag?
もう部屋に戻るわ。宿題もあるし。
She leaves the living room before I get a chance to stop her.
小笠坂さん、明日の集合場所はどうしますか？
How about the actual place of impact?
でしたら神社の境内になりますね。
I guess we'll have everyone assemble here.
待ちなさいよ。
She comes back. Welcome back.
お帰りなさいませ、姉さん。二人ともどういうつもり？
What do you mean?
なんでテンクルがここに集まるのよ。
You had better not slack off with your cleanup duties since everyone will be watching.
姉さんは気にせずお仕事頑張ってくださいね。なんでここに集まるのかって聞いてるの。姉さんなら見当がつくんじゃないですか。
Kosume points her index finger up.
私たちのこの神社はひばりが崎の隕石を祀っているじゃないですか。
There's a meteorite in the main shrine building, right?
はい、そうですよ。
I found out about it when I did some research in the library and confirmed with Kosume whether it was true or not. Kosume seemed to have taken it too hard when Asuho told her that she should have let us know sooner. The summer festival and the Kagoda dances may be famous, but it seems that not many people know that they worship the meteorite.
社殿って普段は鍵がかかってるから部外者は入れないけどね。
I guess I can't confirm it at the moment. There was a stone on the stage that Hisakaki was dancing on. I called it a crystal at first, but Mayaka said it was more like an ore. We are coming here tomorrow to get more details about it from Mayaka. That's what we decided during club activities yesterday, though I figured you wouldn't know since you didn't show up.
まあ隕石を調べてればいずれこうなるって予想してたわ。お母さんにはもう話してありますので明日はお待ちしてますね。
Yeah, you too, Hisakaki. You're going to participate too, right?
私がいないとお母さんが何話すか分かったものじゃないからね。家族のアルバムで盛り上がるのも楽しそうですね。絶対させないから。
Well then, I'm off.
はい。また明日ね。
That's not quite right, Hisakaki. Hisakaki frowns. It's not see you tomorrow, it's see you tonight. Today is the Tenkuru's astronomical observation day, have you forgotten?
忘れてたわよ。参加するんですよね。
Unlike when we're doing research, something might actually happen since we'll be using the rooftop.
あなたたち、後で覚えておきなさいよ。
Are you going to punish me too?
しないわよ。
Hisakaki sees me off angrily beside a smiling Kusame. Hisakaki, how was today's club activities? I ask Hisakaki for impression, this being her second time stargazing.
今のところ健全ね。
How long is it going to remain passable?
それを決めるのは私だから。
I'm also a member of the SRC.
生徒会内では私の方が発言力は上よ。
Well, I suppose that's true. I'm a newcomer. What do you think about stargazing specifically?
まあまあだった。
Yet you still hate the stars?
そうね。望遠鏡で覗いた星は新鮮だったけど、好きになるかは別問題だから。
You're quite stubborn.
わざわざ夜に外出してまでやりたいとは思わないし。
That's a harsh way of putting it. She's helping pack up the telescope, even though she's not too familiar with it. She didn't help out the first time she participated, but she probably remembers from watching. Despite all her complaints, our job gets done without a hitch.
制服の衣替えはまだだけど、この気温だと冬服着たくなっちゃうね。
Asuho is shivering with her hands wrapped around her shoulders. The night breeze hasn't gotten any stronger, but a lot colder. Why don't we wear our winter uniforms from now on, just for when we're stargazing?
賛成。却下。なんでだよ。衣替えの移行期間は9月下旬から。規則で決まってるんだから。部活動の時間くらいいいじゃない。そんな例外は認められない。
小笠原くん、早速出番のようだね。
You want me to change the rules?
君はテンクルのために生徒会に入ったんだからね。
That's not exactly it. If I had to say why I joined, one reason would be to repay Hisakaki for her hand getting injured. And the other reason would be because I felt compelled to do so after seeing her working so diligently.
裏切り者扱いされないために頑張ってください。
Aoi-san, are you bad with a cold?
気分を害する者はすべて嫌いです。
A very straightforward response. Then I'll see what I can do.
言っておくけど、小笠原くんが生徒会で打診しても私が立ちはだかるわよ。私はようちゃんを応援するよ。私はどちらも応援しますね。
僕は最終的に部費をアップしてくれる方を応援するよ。
私はどうでもいいです。
Everything gets packed up as everyone gives their own input. I talk to Hisakake just as we are leaving the rooftop. Want to drop by the lookout now?
どうして？
To see Mare. Just like last time, she didn't show up to club activities. She comes whenever she feels like it.
メアさんに悪夢を狩るのをお願いするんなら余計なお世話。
Is that so?
そうよ。
Hisakaki, just what kind of things do you see in your nightmares? She doesn't answer.
小笠原くん、
Instead, she asks,
どうして星には色がないのかしらね。見上げてもすべて同じ色に見えてしまう。肉眼だって望遠鏡を覗いたってそれは変わらない。わずかな違いはあるんでしょうけど、私にはわからないわ。
人間の目は光を蓄積しないんだ。だから星には色がないように見えてしまう。光を蓄積できるカメラを使えば鮮やかな色彩の天体が映るんだけどね。
Maybe he overheard our conversation, but Okaizumi gives us a short explanation before leaving. Hisakaki, you want to find out what color the stars are? Hisakaki replies,
夕焼けと違う色がいいわ。
a firm answer. So you hate the color red?
うるさい。
Are you angry because you're not feeling well? Want me to ask Mare about your nightmares?
頼まないってば。
Don't push yourself.
してないってば。
I'm taking you to see Mare if I think you're pushing yourself.
行かないで。
Even if you resist, I'm going to princess carry you whether you like it or...
誰もまたやってほしいなんて言ってないわよ。
I didn't say that either.
二人とも早く出てくれないと屋上の鍵閉められないよ。
She turns her face away and stamps off, leaving me sprawled on the ground.